Ladies and gentlemen, 92% of the corn sold on the market today is genetically modified. You know these folks, artificial people like artificial food, Frankenfood. So, ladies and gentlemen, this came out in Bloomberg January 10th, 2020. U.S. corn crop is now 92% genetically modified. And you got to think about corn goes into a lot of products out here. It goes into many soups, and it's used for many products. I don't know. How do you completely stay away from it? you know, um, well, we shall see. How much does crazy weather matter anymore to crop production? That's the question grain traders are scratching their heads over after fresh data showed U.S. farmers churned out another bumper harvest despite some of the wildest growing conditions in years. Under pressure from soggy fields, late plantings, and bouts of early winter weather, American corn and soy plants prove resilient thanks largely to advances in genetically modified seeds. Now they talk like that's some good thing. Eating GMO food is something good. Oh man, this place is going to end one day, y'all. It really is. This is pathetic when you won't even eat the food in its natural state. You want to modify it. Like what's out here is not good enough for you. Precision tools and inputs such as fertilizer and pesticides. In its critical monthly crop report, the U.S. Department of Agriculture on Friday raised yield estimates for both crops that defied expectations from analysts who, on average, predicted a drop. We struggled this year. We had a lot of issues with too much water, Matt Bennett, an Illinois farmer and commodity analyst at agmarket.net, said by phone. Still, his soy yields came within 15 bushels from his record-setting crop in 2018. You see what these GMOs do. And I'm telling you, they know why those flocks of birds are dropping dead from the sky. They know why. Just like bees, when they try to pollinate these fields, they die. And that should tell you right there, you shouldn't be eating this stuff. But they now got it all over the market worldwide. All of these GMO fruits and vegetables that we see on the market now. I was surprised with what the genetics can do, Bennett said. You can still raise pretty good corn even with less than ideal conditions. That's changed everything. So he's happy to produce all this GMO and put it out on the market. Mm-mm-mm. The big crops are a testament to the major strides that have been made for crop technology in just the past few decades. It boils down to genetics matters. Now, I don't know if any of you got to look at them placing these GMO seeds in the ground. They need robots to do it. You can't even touch the seeds. That should tell you something is wrong right there. You need robots, and they have to send these out on your field to plant all of the seeds. And that in itself should tell you something's not right. But I guess as long as your wallet is getting money, then you don't care what you serve to the American public. And that's pretty much what this farmer is saying. I don't give a damn about what I'm selling. I'm making money. I had a good yield. Now that 92% of US corn acreage is seeded with GMO plants, fields are able to stand up to extreme conditions like 2019 record rains. That figures compares with 85% in 2009 and 25% in 2000. Plus, there are things like automatic sprayers that can detect exactly what plants need additional herbicides. Now, see, that don't even sound right. Drone cameras are able enable farmers to get a bird's eye view of their land to determine what areas need special attention, and faster than ever machinery that meant growers could get seeds into the ground quickly during the unusual short planting window. So on the map, they are showing you, how much each area yield across the country. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Well, you know, popcorn and, all that stuff that you may like to eat. Look at what they're doing. Chances are you're eating something that's GMO, especially if it's got corn in it. Mm. For evidence of how much technology makes a difference, compare this past season to 2000 I'm sorry, to 1993-94, when there were similar levels of flooding. In 1994, the USDA ended up with final corn yield numbers in January that was more than 20 bushels per acre lower than the June forecast. By contrast, Friday's data shows the agency is ending the season with a yield number 2 bushels higher than what it predicted 7 months ago. To be sure, Mother Nature, no such thing, fake, will always be top of mind for farmers. Too much rain is easier to power through than not enough. Back in 2012, even when there was already significant advancements in GMO seeds, crippling drought in the Midwest shattered corn yields. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're saying that these plants can withstand everything. They can withstand everything. Let me tell y'all something. It must have been about me either 2011 or 2012. They did a wheat harvest. This was somewhere out in the Midwest. And I remember reading this story in the paper back then. And a whole new wheat crop came up after it was harvested, which does not happen. Once you harvest the wheat, that's it. Well, because this wheat came from a GMO seed, the entire field came back up a second time. And you know what they did? They went out there and did another harvest on the field. And I believe this must have happened out in Iowa, if memory serves me correct. I may have to go back and see if I can find that story. But once you've harvested a field, that's it. Those plants don't come back up. But if they're GMO, you can have a whole brand new crop of weed without doing a thing. And they said it was not supposed to happen, but it did. And that wheat went right out on the market. They don't care. That's one thing about being in this society. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your health. They don't care about serving you frankenfood. They don't care. See, to them, this makes sense. To me, it makes sense to eat the food in its natural state. I don't see why you have to genetically modify anything unless you just feel like you need to play God and everything. That's why the world is fucked up now, because that's what you're doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. I'm not happy about hearing this. And I'll probably more than likely stay away from corn. I'm going to try to reduce the amount of corn that I eat. I don't like the fact that 92% of the corn in the US is genetically modified. Okay, well, then who has the organic corn out here? What if we don't want that? We want a choice. One thing I can say about Putin, when they came to him about all this GMO stuff, he rejected it. He didn't want this shit in his country. But when it comes down to America, everything is about making a buck. They don't care how this impacts you, just as long as their wallets are full, ladies and gentlemen. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.